slouching in this classroom. Is that gum in your mouth? Sorry, my mistake.
Have you been recording this whole time? Seriously? God, you're a pain in the butt, stupid OBS. Alright, after breaking everything, let's try that again. Hello everybody, my name is Demka. Welcome to the first installment of Throwback Thursday. Woo! The first game I have chosen to play this week for convenience sake is Jumpstart 3rd Grade. Don't think a lot of you know what this game is, because I don't think they really advertise for this game anymore, but Jumpstart 3rd Grade Adventures was an educational software game, and there's like series of this, and all starts with like babies. Yeah, it's an interesting game. So, just so I don't accidentally break anything else, because this is the third time I've tried recording this, and everything keeps breaking. So, I'm going to start up the game. May run a little laggy, and the color just broke. Great. Okay, good. The color's back to normal. I don't normally have this many problems with the game.
Professor Sparks had meant for me to fly, he'd have given me wings.
Be prepared for really corny
what
jokes
can I do?
and
This
lines.
mission is too important.
Ugh. If you couldn't tell, I've played this at least 100 times.
I didn't think anyone would be here. Hey,
really?
You've got that, the transquizzer. Now be careful with that thing. Don't drop it. The future of the world may depend on that little machine.
Today's gender of the day, the transquizzer.
That is,
sorry.
if I'm not too late. There's just so little time and so much to do.
Ding! Idea!
Listen, I need your help, and if you think you can handle it, you can help me save the world.
Really?
I am Android XL2. You can call me Botley.
That's a good name.
What Professor Spark calls me.
Yeah.
His daughter Polly calls me... Well, never mind what Polly calls me.
She's a meanie, but that's all you need to
I'm
know.
not getting to the point, am I?
No.
Here, let me start from the beginning.
You would be deducted 10 points on an English essay in college. Maybe 20, depending on how mean the professor was.
Polly's father, he left for another one of his famous inventors' conventions.
Oh my.
He programmed me to keep an eye on Polly.
Oh my.
I'm supposed to keep her out of trouble.
Oh, mouse.
But Polly, that's
The cursor
all
is showing?
stuff.
Should be.
But today, it was impossible.
Oh my god. That's how I feel
After coming home from
sometimes.
school, and madder than I've ever seen her, Polly locked herself in her father's secret chamber. Now, I really shouldn't tell you this because I've been programmed for secrecy.
Forget secrecy!
A world emergency and all. Well, the professor has an honest-to-goodness time machine up there, and it really works. Not only that, but
Thrilling!
Polly sent 25 of the other androids back in time. The whole world is changing, and the changes of Polly.
You can go into the
all over.
description. I have the straw poll ready, hopefully. And this might not even be published till next week, but hey, you know, it's all good.
An orangutan has just been elected president of the United States in a landslide.
There can be so many racist
Statue
comments
of
about them,
Liberty?
but
Now the
I'm hoping you
Statue
guys
of
are
Liberty.
better people for that. Blink.
It's all happening so quickly. But with your help, I think we can rescue all the androids and maybe stop the world from getting too weird.
Dun, da, da, da.
Just hand me the transquizzer.
So yeah, like,
I think it's got all the information we need to get started.
it could possibly be a different game every week if you vote for the straw poll of the Throwback Thursdays and the stuff. So, yeah. And we'll do that.
Please, 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 please.
Well, since you're practically begging.
Cool. Now hang on tight. Come with me.
Nah. How does that even fit? Cartoons, man. Cartoons and their physics. You'll recognize this from my Feed the Beast intro song. I think that was a pretty good intro, not gonna lie. I'm seeing stars, Ma.
Well, this is it. Home sweet home. Polly should be inside.
You know, things might just get a little hairy if that blasts you off again. Bling, bling, bling. We seem to be okay. For now. Just don't ring the doorbell.
Oh, that was funny. Watching that poor dumb robot flying back in time. I couldn't ask for a better way to spend the afternoon.
And we meet the antagonist.
In another day, the world will see the dawning of Polly's planet.
Yes, the graphics do look like they were made in MS
It seems
Paint.
there's someone at the door. Let's take a little peek.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, it's only Botley. He knows I don't like to be disturbed when I'm working. It's
Too bad, so
my
sad.
Concentration. Okay, let's see what he wants.
Too bad, so
This
sad.
might
That's
be
the real
fun.
world. I hope you can see my
Oh,
mouse.
Snarly, you're back. I've been looking for you.
Oh no, she
Your name
didn't.
is Botley.
I'm not good. It's about to be the smackdown.
Transquizzer. She knows we need it to save the world.
You're totally
I
a
thought
bad
it was just
whisperer.
to tell secrets, Rotley. Well,
He
I
sucks at
suppose
whispering,
he told you
not
his
my
side
fault.
of everything.
Well, I mean, you know.
What do we know? Today when
Everything?
I
He's a
went to
robot?
school, the teacher handed us
AI?
a surprise quiz. I already knew all the answers.
Sure you
but
did.
She knew I knew them.
I don't even think I knew
Just
the answers when I was your age.
I made
You think
up
you know
my own
everything when you're
answers to
8.
that dumb old quiz. But instead of laughing like she was supposed to, she gave me a big fat 0.
Because that's
I
what
felt
you're
faint and
supposed to
short of
do.
breath. No one's ever given me
As a teacher,
0
I
before.
don't like kids like
Well,
this.
that's not quite true, Polly. I remember just 2 weeks ago. Be quiet, Plotley. This is my story. Anyway, after getting my first 0 ever,
Got
I
him.
got the most
Got a
brilliant
bad
idea.
person over here.
Instead of settling for a bad grade, I changed history to match my
Boop.
answers.
Boop.
So you sent 25 of your father's robots back in time to change history? How could you do that, Polly?
Yeah, don't you know about chaos theory?
Please, Spotley.
Oh, wait,
You're so
you're 8.
scared. Why don't you just bring him back yourself?
Wouldn't that
You
cause
got my
more
answer.
chaos?
Now all you need are questions on my history quiz. To make it so easy even you can figure it out, I'll leave the disc with the first part of the test on the first floor.
See, why would they
And
let you
plot
take the
questions
quiz
don't.
home?
Just plug that disc into the transquizzer. Then, figuring out where I sent the robot
Unless that was
should be
part of
simple.
getting a 0, she
Oh,
had to get like
by
a
the
digital
way,
signature.
You have to get in the house first. And I changed the locks.
The lock is easy to remember, though. It's basically like Simon Says.
How are we gonna get into the mountain?
Easy.
You see, the professor's lock system only opens when you reproduce the chimes you hear.
So
You
that's
need
how
to
we get in.
Start the chimes. That will start
Cheers.
the unlocking mechanism.
Alright, guys. Let's ding this doorbell. Ping pong.
Just listen closely.
Girl Scout cookies!
Repeat what you've heard by clicking on the correct core panel.
Focus. Yeah.
All right.
Bleh. Bleh. Meh.
Way to go.
Good at this. Yeah. Primary, secondary.
Way to go.
Don't ask. Nah. No. Meh. Nah. Nah. Meh.
Way to go.
Dos más. Hello, yeah. Nah. Nah. I can do it
Only one
fast.
more lock to go.
My thoughts exactly. Frick! I was trying to click the purple. At least it doesn't change it on you like a...
That's it. You open the door.
You've seen this a million times, I know.
Now, be quiet. Follow me. First, though.
Okay.
let me put
I'll
the
whisper!
things.
I'll whisper good! Am I whispering good
The
enough?
belt that Professor Spark designed for me, and it's quite an achievement.
You're an
There's a
achievement.
button that will take you
Wait,
out of any
what?
room in the mountain.
Exit?
The indicator next to it tells you
Power.
how much energy is left to power the
More
mountain.
power!
If you ever need assistance, push on this button.
It doesn't
We'll
work.
try to help.
It sucks.
The belt is the inventory. That's where we can store things we find in the mountain. The
Because
transquisitor.
you always need an
Professor
inventory in
Sparks
every
set up
video
a lot of
game.
games inside the mountain for Polly, me, and the other robots. If you click on this button, you can make some of them harder or easier to play.
Well, we'll just let it
Finally,
change
this one keeps
naturally.
track of how many invention points we earn. By opening
I
the door,
can't see
you've
it.
already earned a few points.
But surely you guys are probably able to see it better than me. Excuse me.
This is the professor's home and laboratory. It's
Wow.
an entirely self-sufficient environment. We don't have to leave the mountain for anything. The professor even included recreational and cultural activities, so he and Polly
So
won't get bored.
essentially, she could be
Over
homeschooled.
there's the kitchen where we
But she
teach
goes
the
to a
very finest
semi-private
robot
school down
cuisine.
the street?
Back there's the art gallery. Through that door is the music hall. When Polly takes her weekly music lesson there, the whole place clears out.
Well,
Behind that door are stairs leading to the professor's jumbo electro generator. If necessary,
Gasp.
you might have to go down there to power up.
it's probably a ladder,
Finally,
actually,
that
not
stairway
stairs.
leads to the upper floors,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
filled
whoa,
with
whoa,
the
whoa.
professor's inventions. His most amazing invention, the time machine.
I've always been
top.
impressed by the
Maybe
art.
later we'll have time to explore, but now we
Always.
have to stop Polly from making the world too weird. To do that, we need to find that quiz disc.
This was Totes Common
Hey,
Core before
there it
Common
is.
Core was a thing.
Pull out the transquisitor by...
Yeah.
All right, it looks like the disc should be inserted in the slot near the top of the transquisitor.
Blip.
Good morning, Polly. I hope you've studied for the quiz today.
She has no
You have a lot
nose.
of natural ability, but even geniuses need to study.
I don't think you can see it, but
That's
she
Polly's
has no
teacher, Miss
nose.
Winkle. At that school on the hill, everything's state
Miss Winkle has a twinkle in her eye.
Personalized, programmed,
nose.
and videotaped by the teacher. Pretty cool, huh?
Now,
You'd
today's
think it's the
quiz is
future.
all about
Oh, wait,
inventions
probably.
and discoveries. So you should know plenty about Polly. But no fair asking your father for help. There are 25 questions total, Polly.
I don't think they have
5
cell
on each of the
phones.
5 discs I've passed out to you and the rest of the class. That's 5 different levels.
This
So,
is
sit
2001
up
after
straight,
all.
Put on your thinking cap and select your first
I got a
question.
thinking cap!
Okay, what we should do first...
Can I please pick one?
Just click on any one of the 5
It's
buttons
very
at the
talky.
bottom of the transquisitor. Since we've got to bring all the robots back, the order doesn't really matter.
Can I pick now? Okay, I can pick now. Today, we know the Earth revolves
Thought the Earth
around
was the center of the
the
universe, and everything
sun.
revolved around it. That's because when they looked up in the sky, the sun and the
Put that down.
stars all appeared to be moving around the Earth. A nice idea, but appearances can be deceiving.
Your appearance is
Today
deceiving.
we know that the Earth revolves around what?
Your
Miss
face.
Winkle, as everybody knows, I am the center of the universe.
Well,
Yes,
that's
you're
conceited.
exactly right. The whole world revolves around you.
And that could be taken
Polly
as
is Too
sarcasm.
much to bear. She used to think she was the center of the universe. Now she really is. We need to go back in time and straighten this mess out, or life as we know it will change drastically. Click on the
Drastically.
inventory button to put away the transquisitor.
Inventory, which is this rectangle. It's actually not a rectangle, it's a diamond. I know shapes.
Well, it just so happens, Sotley, that I realized long ago that you would try to mess up my work. So I covered my tracks by hiding clues all over the map.
Define long
4
ago.
clues total.
Well, Polly, okay. It looks like we have no choice but to play by your rules, as unfair as they are.
Your
Just
face
tell
is
us what we need to
unfair.
find for this mission.
Relax, Gutley. It won't be so bad. I sent Russian robot Cosmobot to put me in the center of the universe. You can get him back if you find these 4 clues. A pig, a sundial, a postage stamp, and a $1 bill. But why mess up a good thing?
The first robot always takes the longest. Let me just put it that way.
Cosmobot and I never used to get along, but now we're pals. I can't believe Polly reprogrammed him for her selfish purposes.
I wonder if that's
we
a
have to
joke.
find those clues and get Cosmobot back. Keep still while I sense around for clues.
Everybody freeze!
Hey, we're in luck. I'm sensing a mission clue in the professor's virtual collection. That's in the art gallery.
This way! And then you get to see a lovely close-up of the doors and the wonderful art. You'll get that a lot in the first robot. Just
This
saying.
is Professor Sparks' art gallery.
Bounce.
It's sort of an art museum and an art studio combined. That odd-looking machine over there is his virtual collection, where the professor keeps a display of some of the most famous works of art in the world. You can also go into the painting gallery in the back
Nice.
to create your own masterpiece. Don't forget to bring your imagination.
Imagination.
If you're going to visit the gallery, you let me know if you find any of Polly's things hidden in there. If I've told her once, I've told her 1,000 times.
That's a lot.
Don't mess up the collection. Of course, she doesn't listen to me. Why, once I found a Romanesque urn next to a Baroque.
Only
That's
art
Mrs.
majors
Beasley.
will get that
She's
joke.
a resident art expert. Some say she's as old as some of the Greco-Roman statues in here.
You need to work on your whispers!
Hotshot silicon chipsters. So smart and so fast and so what? I've got more
I
sense
feel
in
like
my
this is
vacuum
how
tubes than the
old
lot.
computers act.
Well, if we have any questions
newer
about
ones.
the art, we'll be sure to ask you. I definitely sense that Polly has hidden one of the mission clues in the virtual collection. We should investigate.
Investigate! This is the virtual collection. I used to think it was this thing,
Good work,
but
Snotley.
it's not.
Now you just have to figure out which of Daddy's great works I hid the mission clue in. We
I
need a
already know
clue.
this.
Quick, Snotley. What U.S. state is famous for its peaches?
Potato!
Peaches from
Wait.
Georgia are famous all around the world. And Georgia happens to be the first name of an artist whose portrait I love.
No spoilers in the comments! Oh wait, I already know the answer. And I'm sure most people know the answer too.
That drum on the right side
If
of
you
the
don't,
screen
you're about to get
displays
educated.
Tiny pictures of all the works. in the
Yes,
collection.
yes, please let me... Okay, good. Basically, I spin this thing around until I find the picture I'm looking for, which is probably gonna be a photograph. And if you click it enough times, it makes the weird crank noise. Still alive, even though that's what she did mostly, but for some reason, there was a photograph of her. There it is! Oh, it's called portraits, excuse me.
Over time, photographs have become the most popular way of capturing a person's portrait.
Please talk about who the
This
actually
portrait
is.
a photograph of one of America's most important artists, Georgia O'Keeffe, standing in front of one of her beautiful paintings. Did you notice the regal profile of her face? Georgia O'Keeffe moved to New Mexico and began painting
Regal
mysterious
profile. Are you saying she's
images of
old?
the desert landscape around her.
She loved New Mexico, I'm gonna tell ya.
Hey, that was a lucky guess. And
No,
according to Polly,
no, I'm
the
just
rules was
smart.
written by yours
I'm
truly,
smarticle.
lucky guesses don't count. So there.
Oh,
You'll have to work a lot harder than that to win.
oh, right, sure. Okay. Bye.
Oh, it's a puzzle Polly thinks only she's smart enough to finish.
Well,
You can do it too. You just have to line up the tiles so that all their sides match. Click on any puzzle
Yes.
piece to lift it off the display.
okay.
Then click on any other piece and they'll change places. All the pieces aren't right side up though,
my God.
so sometimes you'll have to rotate them.
Okay, I can still work
You
it.
can do that by hitting the rotate button.
Silver
right
bracelet.
there at the bottom of the display. While you're playing, Mrs. Beasley will tell you stuff about
Papoose,
what you're
baby,
looking
totem
at.
pole.
She knows
I'm
everything
good.
there is to know about the works of art Polly used to create. the
I
puzzle.
think this is
Beautiful puzzle.
a
Things
horse.
made by Native Americans.
I
Some
could
of
be
my
wrong.
Favorite pieces are here.
Sitting Bull might have been a Sioux. Smoke signal, though, that sounds about right. Toboggan sounds like a sled, but it could also be a hat, if I'm not mistaken. They did have auto fur. They had auto fur, which automatically created coats for them once they collected it. Sounds like Minecraft. Peace pipe. Huzzah! And I didn't know the
Now, great,
pork chop.
Terrific.
Yes.
No mission clues here. Let's try another floor.
Then we will go up to the second floor. Lovely stairs. Lovely. Look at that dinosaur.
You'll
I
see
think.
that as we go up higher in the mountain, the professor's inventions get more secret and bizarre.
It's a secret!
Here we
I will
have
shout it to the
tiny
world!
biosphere.
That must have, like,
And over there,
made my
we
mic
have the professor's
explode.
Shrink-O-Matic, an easy way to shed a few robot pounds.
I think this is the second floor.
Now, grab that chart, terrific.
Horse.
And over there, we have the professor's Shrink-O-Matic, an easy way to shed a few robot pounds. That tram there will take us even further up into the mountain, and to some of the professor's other inventions, including his famous time machine. If
We're
you
not
wanna
there
go back
yet?
to the first floor, click on these stairs.
Okay.
I'm back now
Totes.
while I sense the place out.
Hit the deck!
Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere.
Ooh, the biosphere, man. Biosphere. Yawn. Bet you've never seen that before.
See that glass dome? That's Professor Spark's
It looks
biosphere.
quite yellow.
In it he can grow anything he wants from any part of the world.
Radical.
It's kind of like
I
a
want to do that
vegetable
someday.
And to protect the biosphere from outside
That explains
contamination,
why they have their
the professor
own
has set up a remote
food.
control way of working inside it. See over there? Those are explorers the professor designed to fly into the biosphere.
These little probe
And
thingies.
on that monitor is where you can watch the explorer as you maneuver it anywhere you
Ow,
want.
ow, ow.
Inside there are 5
I'm
different
starting to
environments
regret
to
wearing
check out.
makeup.
A desert, a rainforest, a mountain range, a grassland, and even an ocean.
Oh my god.
Each one contains plants and animals you might find in
Every
those
bio that I love.
Oh, Muttley, over here. Daddy doesn't deserve all the credit. I planted some things in the
Okay.
biosphere, too.
places. Sure, Polly. Whatever you say.
Annoying little kids are
You don't have to
annoying.
believe me, but I just thought you might be interested in knowing that I planted a mission clue in there. You can't get your poor robot friend back without it. Don't expect me
Well,
to tell you where I hid it, though.
I mean-
That would be too easy.
Polly, the biosphere is huge. You're expecting us to find a needle in the haystack, so to speak.
Or a hay in the
Relax,
needle
Mother.
stack.
I know Daddy didn't exactly
Which is more
overload you
painful.
with smarts. I guess I can even
But he's a
give you
robot.
hints along the way.
Robots are supposed to
And
be
here's your
smart.
hint. Get one
I don't
of
even
those
know.
explorers launched. Even you should be able to understand that.
Well,
Boy, someday.
I feel ya there.
Let's launch one of these babies and see
Snot.
what Polly's got in store
Snot,
for us
snot,
inside that
snot.
biosphere.
Alright,
Click on the launch button on the console to send the explorer inside.
green light, go! I want to live in a mountain.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Now we can navigate the explorer.
Yes, there we go. Cool.
This is weird. It seems like the
I
explorer
can't move
is
yet. I'm
underground.
pressing my arrow keys and I
Guess what we
can't
need to do is
move.
Fly up into the biosphere. That should be right above us. To fly the explorer, use the arrow keys on your keyboard. Press the up arrow to blast. the
Because
explorer
obviously
forward.
this was before the time of
Press the
WASD.
right arrows to rotate.
Of the WASD. Alright. Normally my goal also is to collect these little shiny things to increase my power so I don't die immediately after hitting something. I don't die immediately. And this one's open, so we'll go through it. For convenience sake. This is almost impossible to play at level 3 though, so yeah. I tend to sing along with the music, if you
You
can
can
tell.
think for a million years, but you'll still never get this question right.
Oh
What do
no!
you call a rock in the shape of an ancient snail shell? A fossil, a mollusk, or a shellfish?
It would be a fossil, but to be fair, there have been fossils of said mollusks and shellfish. But those aren't necessarily snails. So, whoa. Oh, almost
I
dead.
hope this question doesn't make you blow up, Bloatley.
But fossils are
Which is
found
created
everywhere.
by an underwater volcano, a tropical island,
I think we're in the ocean.
or a geyser.
Oh.
Just a lucky guess.
It's not lucky. It's called Hawaii. Which has another meaning, but, you know, Hawaii. Does anyone know when it, like, changed to have, like, the little apostrophe between the two eyes? Because I knew it was, like, a
Underground on
recent
this
thing.
question.
Maybe not too
Which is
recent.
alive? An adobe hut, a coral reef, a seashell?
I'd be a little bit scared if an adobe hut was alive, but I'm...
Wait till
yeah,
next time.
I know it's a coral reef. Could you imagine a house, an adobe house? If you don't know what an adobe house is, I suggest Googling it or going to visit New Mexico. Because they're pretty. They're very, very pretty. And those things are dead as
Here's
for
a
now.
really slippery question.
You're slippery.
Which of the following
What?
is not a
Ew.
reptile? A snake, an eel, or an iguana?
An eel's a fish.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I guess you could say everyone knows that. 'Cause it's pretty simple. When the only option is a not reptile.
You may find yourself in over your head with this question. Which plant can grow a foot a day? The giant sequoia, giant kelp, or lichen?
See, that's not fair because bamboo is another viable option here.
Everyone knows that. Good job.
Yes.
Ground. The professor
are.
reproduced 5 different environments here. You have to find
And
one
I know
with
which
all
one
the
we're going to. It's on the
Press
opposite
the
end.
spacebar to launch a probe. It'll give you an
Probe?
eyewitness view of
Probe!
Then match what you find with Polly's hints. When you think you figured out the right environment,
Let me
land the
go.
explorer in the designated landing pad. Each environment
It's on the
has
other side! It's on the other side of the biome sphere. Biome sphere. It's a biome sphere now. Don't want to run into anything. Now we have the savannah. They live in the... I'm a piranha. They live in the Amazon. Oh god, die. Mountains. Purple mountain majesties. I wonder why they're purple. Why do mountains look purple? I'm asking the right questions. See, look! Island. Volcano. Volcano Island. There's a starfish attached to that. It's gonna mess me up. And I'm just gonna land here.
Hey, nice landing. Click on a key on the console. All right,
Yeah.
snap.
It's just
Let's move on.
scamp. I want an extendo arm. I want a lot of things, though. How much time do we have? Oh, we're good. We're about halfway
Yes,
there.
We're at the very top of the mountain.
Gasp!
Just knowing what's up here gives me chills. Still,
Why?
Go anywhere and face any danger. To
Honestly,
save
this is my
fellow
favorite floor.
robots.
I'm not gonna lie.
Over there,
Because
we
of
have the
this.
professor's observatory.
I love the
Once,
observatory.
a while ago, he caught Polly spying on the neighbors with the telescope.
How do you have
Boy,
neighbors
did
if you
she
live in
get
a
nice
mountain?
long time out.
It's so weird.
In
Oh
that
dear.
room is a
I'm
little
busy.
obstacle
Busy.
course, sort of a robot boot camp.
I'm not
The
streaming.
professor
I'm
uses
recording.
it to test out
Another
his new
half hour
robots.
because this is an hour special.
I passed with flying colors when I was tested, but sometimes
Really?
he comes across a robot with a few bugs that need to be worked out. If you want to go back downstairs,
Well.
just click on the tram.
That just sort
Over
of
there,
ruins
behind those
a lot of
forbidden
my
stone
schedule
doors,
for the day.
that's
But
where the
okay.
professor stores the time machine. There's no way to open it though, until we have all of Polly's mission clues and a
That was Toad's
collection
profession,
of
guys.
entry points.
But
Stand back
yeah.
now while I sense the place out.
blinking, mummy. Please be observatory.
Huh, I'm getting
Observatory,
strong
observatory,
clue
observatory.
in the observatory.
Yes!
On Easy Street.
Oh wait,
There's
that's
another
right.
clue. In the robot maze.
Alright, I'm gonna go with the robot maze because that's a pain in the butt. Mummy? Mummy! Has anyone ever seen, like, okay, those little white moth butterfly things that are out all the time? Like, I don't know what specifically they are, but I see them everywhere, especially in, like, this part of the country. And I don't know, like, I've never seen the caterpillar form of them. Never... I don't know, they're just... it's there. They just sort of show up out of nowhere in the spring. I don't know. And that's what those little butterflies remind me of. So, yeah. So, let's robot maze this. Now, basically, puzzle games. This is just essentially
This is the most dangerous part of the mountain.
all
That's
puzzle
why
games.
Professor Spark uses it as an obstacle course for testing out new
Technically, we're
robots.
living in a
With
cave
all the
system here.
treacherous paths and sharp turns, it's the perfect
I
way
wanna
to
live
test
in a
out the
cave.
latest in robot navigational technology.
GPS! GPS test. Test 1, 2. Roly-poly.
You're right, Motley. That little box down there contains the mission clue you so desperately need.
Uh-huh,
I
yep.
programmed that stupid robot to put that box where you wouldn't be able to reach it. Then I scrambled the commands. See
Well-
if you can unscramble them.
You scrambled it, but you also did it backwards. So we have to figure out your backwards train of thought.
As far as I can figure, here's the situation.
I know the situation.
Especially
Ah, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna go south 2, log west. South 3, jump south. West 5, and we will be there. There are many other feasible options, but with the commands that we got so far, that's what we need to do. At least you don't have to listen to him yap the whole time. My mom used to play this game too. It was kind of fun. They do get harder after this. This is like pilot level 0, even though it says level 1 right here.
Just put the clue in the inventory.
Sundial. To the observatory. Because space! Just look at these nebula pictures.
Professor Spark. Just take a look at this place. It's here that the professor conducts all his top-secret astronomical experiments.
You guys don't understand. I love space.
Hey, did you know that the professor landed a rocket ship on the moon years before Neil Armstrong ever set foot on it?
I call baloney.
Just kidding.
I guess you could say that you can get a mission clue here, but it's not exactly in this room. In fact, it's not even in this solar system.
Gas.
I used one of Daddy's rockets to ship it into deep space. Special delivery. You
My
won't
God.
find it by just looking around the void. You'll have to figure out exactly where to look.
How do we do that, Polly? Space is a big place.
Well, just
Space
because
is
I'm such
big.
a nice girl,
Really
I'll give
big.
You a teeny weeny hint.
Like so big you can't even
I
fathom.
sent the hint flying off toward the new black hole Daddy recently discovered.
In the Andromeda Galaxy.
You might rescue the hint before it gets sucked up into another dimension.
Bum
Then
bum
again,
bum.
maybe you'll fail. Scary, huh?
Nah, you just gotta spam the space bar.
Don't worry, we might have a chance. Professor Spark recently launched a whole series of space probes into the black hole. I think we can use it to
Space
intercept
probes.
Polly's radio
So
transmission.
alienistic.
Just click on the telescope and we'll get started.
Click the eyeball. Look into the eyeball. We are gonna go see the space.
Is this cool or what? One
Yeah.
minute we're in Professor Spark's observatory, and the next we're looking into
Technically,
space,
we're
300,000
still in the
light years
laboratory.
away at a humongous black hole.
Whatever.
That was Polly's radio transmission, and the radio waves circling inside the black hole is part of Polly's hint. Unless you blast it out of there, it's gonna get sucked into a different dimension.
Give me the thing so I can spam.
It's strong enough to resist the intense gravitational pull of the black hole, and it packs laser beams powerful enough to knock Polly's radio transmission
I'm
to zero.
spamming.
You can actually spin the ship by using the arrow keys on your keyboard.
You're not
To shoot
helping.
The ship's laser beam, press the spacebar on your keyboard. Whenever you hit a radio transmission packet head on, you'll knock it 1 light year away from the center of the black hole. When you collect 4 radio packets, you've got
This is the
Polly's in,
things I don't
ready
like.
for unscrambling. Way to maneuver! You got another radio. Nice shoot. Another asteroid bites the dust. Right. You got all the radio packets. Now we can decode Polly's hint.
The first one's always so stressful because he just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and talks and talks.
This is the professor's alien transmission
Yes.
decoding device.
Yes.
It comes in handy when
Yes.
it comes to decoding transmissions
clicking.
from extraterrestrial beings.
Excuse you.
The catch is,
Excuse
he hasn't
you.
yet found any alien
Sorry, I heard a noise in the
transmissions to decode. Still, we can use it to read Polly's hint. I guess you can call that an alien transmission. Here comes the radio
Jokes.
transmission you intercepted from the grip of the black hole.
I feel special. Psst, psst.
What a
I made the days longer than the nights. Just unscramble the sentences and you got it.
sense out of that messy sentence.
Usually level 1's pretty
There's more to be
easy.
done.
I made flowers grow tall and days grow warm. This is the constellation we're trying to find here.
You
If that
managed to find
didn't
a real
click.
sentence. Great.
How did I do all of these things? I'm with chat there.
Sense
No,
out of
no,
that
no.
messy sentence. Not done yet. There's more to figure out.
I brought spring to ancient people.
Great. You decoded the entire hint.
I can't remember.
made the days
I feel like this is
longer
Aries.
than the
Yeah,
nights.
it's Aries.
I made flowers.
Yeah. Alright. Find
Move the
Aries.
pointer over and
Aries is northern hemisphere. Virgo, Buddhis, Corona Borealis, Hercules, Lyra, Delphinus, Pegasus, Pisces, Taurus. No, wait. That's the other.
Taurus is the bull in the night sky. Aries looks like a powerful ram, but its stars don't twinkle brightly.
Nope.
Still, it was the most important constellation to ancient people. When Aries appeared in the sky just before dawn, people knew that winter was coming to an end.
hear that?
Aw,
And here
I'm
comes
good.
the spaceship.
I know my Greek mythology. Yes. Dollars.
All right, we got all the mission clues. Now all we need is enough invention points.
Oh
We
yeah.
need 1,000 total.
Okay.
If we need more points, why don't we play a game on this floor while we're here?
Let's just play this game because yeah. This is an interesting game.
This is Professor Sparks'
Forgot you need 1,000 points.
Well,
That
part of
sucks.
it anyway. He calls it the something or other. We call it the shrink-o-matic. It can reduce anything or anyone to the size of a medium-large molecule. With the help of good
My robot theory seems to be disproving itself more and more every day.
Know about any of my wonderful specimens, just pick up this analyzer and click on it.
Ow.
Please don't hurt the specimens.
Smash!
Well, too bad there's no clue here, Grotleaf. But I guess
Grot-
that will come in handy if you need some extra invention.
I feel like she's running out of
because
steam
I
for.
miniaturized a few and hid them inside one of those specimens.
Huh.
It's almost too easy.
Which specimen?
There's a
Polly?
joke.
Give us a hint.
There.
Okay, Potley, okay. Anything to stop your whining. When Egbert gets hungry, he uses this specimen to hunt chickens.
Like all scientists, I am a gatherer, not a hunter.
So we have to figure out which specimen Polly is talking about. That's
Hunts
what Egbert
chickens.
found.
Hunts
Use
chickens.
the analyzer to get information on
None of
any
those
the
look like they
specimens
would
and
hunt
to help you
chickens.
determine which is the right one.
Huh.
When you think you know the right specimen, hand the
Oh,
analyzer
come
back to Egbert. You can then move the specimen over to the shrink-o-matic. Once it's there, Egbert can shrink me to the size of a molecule. Then I can dive into the specimen and find what we're looking for.
Click. Click. Thank you. Well, how about flies or cicada?
A cicada is a small insect, hammerhead shark. A hammerhead shark, fire ant. Fire ants are poisonous.
They can be known to
These
kill the
red-colored
occasional
insects-
chicken.
Do you think that's...
I did not know those things could kill chickens.
It is some ride, I'm told.
Huh.
Tis a far better thing, harder.
I have no idea what he's quoting there, but you know.
If you chose the right specimen,
Oh, I did.
Object Polly hid should be somewhere inside the
I saw the word chicken there.
You just have to bat me into that stuff until it's revealed.
Oh, totes.
Click on the mouse button to launch me into inner space. Then use the mouse to move the magnet. I can't stay small forever though, so try to get through the molecules before I return to my regular
And the thing
size.
is, though, like, you can't just
I won't last
kill
more
it.
than 10 rounds in here, so
You have to
quick.
basically pop
Click on the
every
mouse to launch
single ball
me. Here we go!
before you get to that one orangey one in the center. And sometimes you only pop one at a time, which kinda sucks. Can't... Well, there's the two at a time, but... It's basically that Brick Break game thing that was on, Blackberries for the longest time. Does anyone remember Blackberries? Blackberries were a cool phone. They were all the rage before iPhone happened. My grandma had one for work once when she worked at Gandhi's Dairies, yes. It was like a work phone for her, or something like that. And it had this similar game to it, with like the breaking the bricks and the throwing the ping pong balls at the bricks and breaking all the things and stuff. I guess that's why I really resonate with these games, because these kinds of games were basically everywhere in the time that I played games like this. I still play games like this. What am I talking about? I don't know. At this point, I think I'm gonna go ahead and upload this episode next Thursday, because time... I should have done this earlier, but I didn't. because I was too busy trying to edit the vlog, and the vlog editing took way too long. I wanted to do lots of jump cuts, if you couldn't tell. I like jump cuts. They make a video more interesting. Plus I want to get rid of some of the garbage in there. And I'm just spouting out words now because it takes forever to do this. I might actually cut out part of this. If I cut out most of this, you guys won't be mad at me. This is actually kind of the more boring part. I'm getting better with editing, and even though, like, for a lot of things I don't have a lot of time to edit. Well, great, I've gotten rid of all the ones that made the half circle around it. Now it's just a matter of getting over to the center of the screen, which will not happen for a long time. But then again, I also need this to be an hour, so I may not cut it. Although it could still end up being an hour, depending on intro and outro business. There might not actually be an intro for Throwback Thursday. I don't know. Alright. My god. I hate it when they just have the little break in them. I just wish they would break fully. Oh, come on. The thing is, it won't pop unless everything around it is gone, which, honestly, I'm hoping when they re-released this game in, like, 2003, I think, that they fixed that. Because that was so annoying. And I don't have the newer version, if you couldn't tell. But, hey, you know what? Until technology is too good for this CD, I will play this game. It will be amazing. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Now I just need to get there. And I'm not gonna get there. Oh my god. Please. Please, Bartley. Why you no do the thing? No, stop. Just break the last block. Oh my god. Can I get power-ups? Like, make 2 of me? Oh my god. Make 2 of me, and I just have to, like, it'll take half as long, I'm sure. Can I shoot lasers from my body? I want to shoot the lasers. Oh, I'm going so fast. Oh my god. This sucks. Come on. Yes! Toads, thanks.
Great work. We freed some invention points. Put them in the inventory and let's get out of here.
There we go.
We should go to the time.
Thank the Lord. That only took us, like, we have almost 45 minutes. That took almost 45 minutes. You see why this game is really long and repetitive, but, you know.
Wow. Excuse me if I sound sort of odd, but I
You
wasn't
are
sure we'd
odd.
make it to the time machine mission control. It's impressive, huh?
Yeah.
This is Professor Spark's most
That was a
important
bug.
work to date.
I saw a
The
bug.
time machine
saw a bug.
extraordinaire. The professor created
Oh.
it so he could witness the invention of anything you can think of. Just go back in time and observe. He would never meddle, not like Polly. When he finds out what she's been
Because
up to,
he knows about
I'm
chaos
surprised
theory.
that she's in for some serious time out.
Damn
Now we need to figure out where we have to go in history to complete this mission. That odd-looking machine will help with that task. It's called the Wheel of Invention, and by using Polly's mission clues, we can figure out which inventor we need to find. The professor
Can I click it now?
wants to ensure
No, I
that not
can't.
just anybody could use the time machine. You need to know
It's gonna get to the
something
point where
about
Bat's
history,
gonna fly out.
science, art, a little bit of everything, really.
You gotta be
Click on the wheel
Tomarticove.
and let's get going.
Let's spin the wheel of mythicality. Wait, that's the wrong series. Oops.
We finally made it!
Yay!
This is where we bring everything together and figure out how to find the robot that Polly sent back in time. This is the professor's Wheel of Invention. It's an obstacle to the time machine. You see, some of the robots kept wanting to travel back in time to taunt the early computers. But you can't have that. So the professor devised a little quiz that's too difficult for the robots. But hopefully it's not too difficult for you.
See, that doesn't make sense. Robots are supposed to be, like, really smart.
Oh, brother. Polly's reprogrammed the wheel so it's no longer just a quiz. It's a quiz show.
Ah!
It seems the show's called Hollywood Squares. You're the first contestant.
Oh my god.
This is
What
how
an
you
honor.
play. Answer 3 questions for each of the clues you collected. You'll find out what, when, where, and who. All the information you need to create a profile of your mission.
Dun, da, da,
Once
da.
the game begins, you gotta work fast and try to answer each question on the first try. That way you'll win the time key faster and win the most.
You kind of have to look at it from far away, but that is totes all his face right there, this guy.
Just click the on button to start.
It didn't click for me until about a year ago. Which kind of sucks, but okay. On button.
Ladies and gentlemen, kids and robots of all ages.
Yeah.
It's time to play Hollywood Squares
Woo.
with your telegenic host, me.
Because he's a television.
Answer all the questions
Or computer
correctly,
monitor.
and
Either
you'll
way.
be sent back in time, all expenses paid,
Oh-ho.
to rescue poor Cosmobot. Your first clue is a pork chop.
Oink.
The pork chop will show you what your mission is all about.
What? What?
I love pork chops, and I'm not the only one. Pork chops can be found in cuisines all around the world.
Makes me hungry.
Pork chops come from which farm animals?
Well, if you don't know, pork comes from the word pig. So
That's
pork chops
right.
come from
Pork
pigs.
chops come from pigs.
I'd be a little
So
concerned
does
if my
ham
pork...
and bacon.
Bacon?
It's all pork,
Bacon.
and it comes from pigs.
I love bacon.
Pigs are the only animals besides humans whose skin can get what painful condition?
Cancer. Oh, sorry. Sunburn.
You're right.
But that does lead to cancer.
Pigs
Wear
have
sunscreen,
sunburns
guys.
Just like people. Sunburns are caused by overexposure to the powerful rays of the sun.
Ultraviolet.
Our sun is actually a star. It's the center of a group of heavenly bodies known as what?
Did you know our sun actually is named Sol? As in the solar system?
Yay!
It's literally named
Sol.
Sol. And it's not the biggest.
That's why
It's
they call it
smaller
the
than
solar
Beetlejuice,
system.
actually.
Huh.
Sol is also Spanish
Seems
and
that
Latin
Polly sent
and French
Autobot
and
back to the
basically
time
all romantic
when the
languages
solar
for
system
sun.
was discovered. But where was that?
Where?
Your second clue is a postage
I would hope on
stamp,
Earth.
and it will tell you where in the world your mission will take you. Postage stamps are a way to pay for sending letters and packages.
You never
Before
used to do that.
postage stamps were invented, the person who received a letter had to pay for it.
What
not
an
the person who
inconvenience.
sent it. The postage stamp was first invented by an Englishman named Roland Hill. What country did the English inventor of the postage stamp come from?
Where they speak English, which is Great Britain.
That's
Also
right.
America,
Oh,
but
jolly good.
you're
English
jolly good.
people
Oh,
come
you.
from England, and England is part of
So
the United
stereotypical.
Kingdom of Great Britain. Now, let's see how good you are at geography.
Oh, I'm amazing at geography. I'm gonna teach geography one day.
Is located on which continent?
Oh, it's not on a continent per se. It's actually an island next to a continent, but it is part of the continent of Europe.
Oh, Great Britain
Alex
is
Trebek.
Europe, the second smallest continent on Earth.
What is Europe?
What country is located in the very center of the continent of Europe?
Well, when you consider the center being also because Russia extends really far that way, I would think the center of it would actually be Poland.
Correct. Yes.
There's actually more
Poland
central
is a
places than
large
Poland.
country in the center of Europe. Polish people make delicious pork sausages and dance to a unique style of music
Wait.
called polka. Poland's also the place where the solar system was first discovered.
Wait, didn't we send a Russian robot to
Thanks, Archie.
Poland?
We now know that the solar system was discovered in Poland. What we don't know is when it was discovered and by whom.
Why would you send a Russian robot to Poland?
Blue is a dollar bill.
That's like
It will tell you
asking
when
for
in
trouble.
history the solar system was discovered.
When?
If you had $1 million bills, you'd be a millionaire. The first kid ever to earn $1 million was a famous movie star named Shirley Temple. The dollar gets its name from a coin once used in a European country, known for its mountains, castles, beer, and frankfurters. Which country was that?
Most of the countries in Europe are known for mountains, castles, and beer. But when you say frankfurters, it just kind of throws it off to being Germany.
Wunderbar!
Wunderbar
In Germany,
indeed.
the coin they called a dollar was made out of a precious metal. Precious metals are metals that are not commonly found on Earth.
You're not commonly
Of
found
the
on Earth.
following metals is a precious metal.
Me. It's silver. It's tough silver.
That's right. Silver is a valuable precious metal.
Silver
that is
and
often used for
gold.
making coins.
Silver and
Silver
gold.
was first used to make the German dollar 500 years ago.
That's old!
Which is the earliest year you could have used a German dollar to buy a frankfurter.
Were they really $1? 1531.
That's right. In
I don't think there was like tension between
silver
Russia
coin called the
and
dollar
Poland in the
would have bought you plenty of
1500s.
German frankfurters.
But still.
1531 also
Still.
happens to be the year when the solar system was discovered.
We're almost there. All we need to find out is the person
First
in
sick
Poland
day.
who discovered the solar system in 1531.
I didn't want to disturb. Okay.
This is your fourth and
Anyway.
final clue. The
Where am I
sundial
going?
will tell you
9 minutes
who
remaining.
discovered the solar
Wow.
system. A sundial tells the time as a shadow moves across a surface marked with the hours of the day. The Egyptians invented the sundial 5,000 years ago, and it was one of the earliest ways of measuring time. A sundial works due to the movement of what heavenly body?
Earth.
You are correct.
I wasn't paying attention.
Even
I
though
was
the sun
yelling in my
creates a
mind.
shadow that moves across a sundial, it's really the Earth that's moving, not the sun. While the Earth spins, it also moves around the sun. What is the Earth's movement around the sun called?
It's a revolution.
That's
Because, you know.
right. The Earth revolves around the sun. It takes 1 year to make one revolution.
At least one of our
Who
years.
discovered that the Earth revolves around the sun?
Well, that escalated quickly. It was Nicholas Copernicus.
Right, you are. Copernicus was the Polish astronomer who discovered the solar system in 1531.
Wow!
Before his discovery, people thought that everything revolved around the Earth.
Bing!
We got all the information.
Yes! I'm totes amazing, yo.
Wow! I never thought I'd see the inside.
Music
of
did
this
something
thing.
weird.
Pretty cool, huh?
It's pretty
The
cool.
professor made it clear this time machine was off limits to anyone but him.
Mm-hmm.
With Polly about to send the world out of control, I think the professor would understand.
Yeah.
That looks like
Chaos
a window
theory and
into
all
the
that.
past. Look, all the information you found at the wheel is now neatly in place up there. I guess the time key did that. This lever looks important. Click on me if you think I should pull it. Maybe it'll start things up.
Pull the lever, Kronk!
Pull it to visit the great scientist Copernicus. He's about to discover that the sun is the center of the solar system.
Wrong lever! I was waiting for that, sorry.
There's Copernicus on the brink of making his great discovery. Oh, look! Polly has reprogrammed the Russian robot
Dun, da, da,
Cosmobot
da.
to paint her picture on the model of the sun. Nyet, Cosmobot, nyet!
Nyet! Nyet means no.
Thanks to Cosmobot, Copernicus has decided that the Earth revolves around Polly.
An 8-year-old girl who wouldn't even be
Well,
born yet.
before. Hit the recall button. It's our only chance.
That's the stop button that goes.
Wow, we did it! Cosmobot's back home and the
7
cosmos is
minutes.
back in order. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home.
You know, for the longest time, I always thought he said seatbelts, which would make no sense. But I was a dumb kid, so, you know.
Ah, there's no place like home.
There's
Press
no
the
place
back
like
button on the
home.
Utility belt to leave
Sorry.
the time machine.
Had a
Please
Oz
put
moment.
the robot to rest.
Hello.
This is where the professor stores all his time-traveling robots. I call it
Ribbit.
the Robot Roost. Believe you me, these guys have been around.
It's like they're
lots of
chickens.
times. The problem is, we have to get them all back from the different places and times that Polly sent them. Right now, though, it's 1 down and 24 to go.
Yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
And
Just let me
it
start
took
a
an
throwback
hour
so you
just to
keep
get
it.
one!
Long rest is sorely needed.
Yeah.
Polly sent plenty more back in time. So
You
let's
said,
start
like, what,
another mission.
24?
Another robot safe at home.
Oh
I
my.
bet you think you're the smartest little robot in the world now, don't you, Gutley? Well, you're not as smart as I am. And
Oh,
I'm making
really?
the next mission so tough, you'll beg to be taken to the scrap heap.
Oh my god. Don't do it.
No time to pat ourselves on the back.
But I
Select
want to pat
another
myself
question
on
so
the
we can
back.
Save another robot. Click on the inventory to start a mission.
Alright, I'm just gonna open the inventory and be all like, yeah, because I've honestly got like 5.5 minutes left, but I think the intro and outro would probably even it out, even if it is a little under an hour. I think that'll be okay for this first episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You don't have to vote for this next week. There will be other ones in the description below. However, we won't move up grades. That just gets confusing, really. If this ever gets finished, we'll move on to 4th grade, and then if 4th grade ever gets finished, which it normally takes about 2 hours to finish 4th grade, yeah, that makes total sense. We'll move on to 5th grade, and 5th grade would probably take about 3 hours. I am being tweeted at. Yep. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. Give me comments. Give me all the answers. And I will see you guys next time on Jumpstart 3rd grade for dun da 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 Throwback Thursday. Woo! Alright. Bye guys.